Hey guys, today I want to talk about an amazing person in my life, my mother, Sharon Spellman. Now, it's hard to do justice to her in just the 4 to 5 minutes we have, but I'm going to give it a shot. Um, when we're younger, we tend to see our parents as these larger than life, like almost mythical people. Um, we don't take into account their emotions, their feelings. We don't understand their personal flaws, the challenges they may have faced, and we definitely don't appreciate the struggles that they've gone through. Now, as we get older, we begin to face our own challenges as adults, and then we begin to see our parents as these normal people. We truly appreciate what they went through, what they sacrificed, and we start to see them as just normal people. As I've gotten older and started to have kids of my own, I have started to see my mom for the truly exceptional person she was. I had a great childhood. Um, I felt it was relatively normal, even though it probably wasn't. I see that as one of my mom's greatest accomplishments and one of the reasons she was such an amazing person. Um, Sharon had every reason to give up in life, and no one would have blamed her for it. But instead, she went forward and she accomplished more than most people ever will, while facing a lot of challenges that ultimately probably would have crushed a lesser person. She was born the youngest out of 4 children. She lived a normal, happy life up until the point she was about 15. You know, running around, playing with friends, getting interested in boys, all that good stuff. At that point, she started having trouble walking. Doctors discovered some blood clots forming along her spinal cord, and surgery not being what it is today in the 1970s, she ended up being paralyzed from the waist down. Now imagine that, being 15, the world's just opening up to you, and you have your mobility just completely taken away. She had to watch as her friends went on living their life. She was just kind of left behind, feeling a lot of hopelessness, isolation, things like that. She didn't let that stop her. She actually attended the University of Illinois. She learned to drive using hand controls, won multiple competitions in college for archery, and even competed in the Paralympics. She would perform at the state fair with a square dance group that she belonged to, other venues all over the state. Um, and eventually she graduated from University of Illinois with a degree in physical therapy with a goal to help others like herself. During that time through college and after, she lived independently as any 20-something-year-old would. Lived with roommates, partied, all that stuff. Um, she had an amazing amount of accomplishments in a short period of time, all while no one would have blamed her for just doing nothing, just feeling sorry for herself because she had every reason to. Now at 27, Sharon made possibly her greatest accomplishment, which was me. Now keep in mind, she was told at a young age that she would never have children. And while I'm truly amazed by her independence and all the things she had done prior to this, this truly blows me away because as a parent now, I can appreciate it. She raised me as a single parent while working full time to support us. And I just asked myself how. Because right now I spend all day chasing my 1-year-old and she wears me out. So while how she was able to do this from a wheelchair, I'll never understand. Also, my wife is pregnant with our second child right now, so I watch her struggling and in pain, and she's uncomfortable all the time. So, picturing my mom, once again confined to a wheelchair going through pregnancy, it blows my mind. It really does. So, fast forward 9 years later, we met my stepfather, and my younger brother was born. At the same time, we took my stepfather's son, his nieces, and nephews into our house, and at one time had 7 kids living in a real tiny ranch house. My mom gave us all great childhood, all the opportunities that any kid could ask for, and we never thought anything was different about our lives, up until the point that friends at school would start asking about it. She ultimately was the most selfless, caring, and generally fun person that I've pretty much ever met in my life. So when I was about 14, and my brother was 5, my mom developed syringomyelia. And that basically means that cysts were forming on her spinal cord, and they were threatening to take away some of the limited mobility that she did still have. Throughout this, she continued to homeschool my little brother and was just an amazing parent throughout. In 2001, when I was 17, she was diagnosed with a stage 4 inoperable melanoma. Just unbelievably unfair. She had already overcome so much, but to her credit, she continued to be an amazing parent in person up until the day she died, December 21st, 2001. So, my mom, Sharon Spellman, is a constant inspiration to me, especially because I'm a parent now myself. Her time here was much, much too short, but she left a lasting impression not only on me, but on everyone she came in contact with. She accomplished so much in spite of huge obstacles, and as a parent now, if I am half as good as she was, then I am doing something right. Thanks a lot, guys.